Hello everyone and welcome back to my Rise of Kingdom video. I'm Legend Ronnie and today we have the official release for the museum, exactly how it's going to look, and the new cavalry commanders. The skills are being revealed. So these are the two topics of this video, or the most important topics. Now this information is coming from the Rise of Kingdoms official YouTube page, so make sure you check the description of the video for the official video. You go ahead and like and subscribe to their channel so you can get updated every time they post a new video regarding Rise of Kingdoms. The first topic of the video, as I was mentioning, the museum. There is 14 exhibits. Each exhibit represents one legendary commander, or basically a tier 1 legendary commander, KVK1 commanders. As you see already, there is Julius Caesar, Frederick, Aethelflaed. They mentioned it all 14 in the update. So it is very important to keep in mind that this museum will only work in Season of Conquest. So if you plan to migrate back and do KVK 2 and 3, this museum will have no effect. They mentioned this in the video, so it is very important to not hope that you will just jump back and be very powerful in a KVK 2 or 3 situation. As you can see, some of the bonuses that this commander are getting are pretty high. A more detailed video about the museum will come once the museum is official into the game, but right now we're just having a first look of the museum based on the video. And to be very honest, I'm a little bit excited. I don't want to be too excited, but I'm a little bit excited because some of the bonuses on some of these commanders are pretty huge, and I really believe that some of the commanders that we used to use on the field will have a comeback. Now, for the players that are having 30 plus max legendary, it's very hard to say if this is really a boost for them. But for many commanders that are maxing some of these legendaries from gold keys, and right now they have no utility because in the Season of Conquest they are not as useful, this can be the next best thing for them. So for example, if on my low spender account I just maxed El Cid, I just maxed Charles Martel, Double C, and they just sit there. Max legendaries just sitting there. And I could definitely find a utility for them after the museum. But there is a couple of important things, and that's the reason why I'm also doing this video. So very important to keep in mind. It says that Aethelflaed exhibit, it can be unlocked for 0 exhibit coins. It can be unlocked for free and cannot be salvaged. And it also tells you that you can preview locked exhibits. So maybe some of the other exhibits you can unlock them for free as well before you go ahead and you just jump and unlock Aethelflaed, because it is the first one that you will see once you going to enter on your museum. You might want to hold on, check the other ones and see how exactly it is, because I have a belief that the more you keep unlocking, the expensive is going to get. So you want to make sure that you do the right choices. If only Aethelflaed is free because it's a expedition legendary commander, everybody is maxing her from the expedition, so they want to make it even more free, then you can definitely go ahead and unlock her like everybody else. But still, wait, don't just throw your exhibit coins. Now, as you can see in this picture, you unlocked Aethelflaed, right? So the Aethelflaed is unlocked, but the bonuses are still not active because you have to buy the relics. So there is 2 steps. One is unlocking the exhibit, and second is buying the relics. It shows over here that is 100 relics to unlock all these bonuses for Aethelflaed. But you do have to keep in mind that being Aethelflaed, maybe this is reduced, as it says on the picture. It says 900 reduced, so it only cost 100. Maybe this is just because it's Aethelflaed, and when you build your museum, you'll get this 100 for free. So basically, Aethelflaed will be unlocked and maxed from the start, just because it's an expedition commander, like I said, for free, that everybody is going to max. And once you already purchased the relics, it shows that the stats of Aethelflaed are being highlighted. It shows the troops attack and the march speed. Once all that is done, your Aethelflaed is good to go, and there is no going back. A pleasant surprise is that YSG is also getting a boost as much as many other commanders, as they show over here. Double C is also getting a boost, and there is a couple more other commanders on the right side. We have Richard, there is Minamoto as well, which gets Cavs attack and Cavs defense. Pretty decent boost on both Double C and Minamoto. Now, my honest opinion about the museum, like as a first review, I would say that you should look on the Cav commanders and the Archer commanders. They really getting pretty decent boost. I'm pretty sure that they will have a huge comeback on the field. Obviously, Aethelflaed has been used and is being used right now. Trajan and Aethelflaed is a very well-known pair, and so is Mulan. Trajan and Mulan. So now that all these commanders are getting even a bigger boost, that's a very, very nice thought. Like, even YSG is probably one of the most used commanders in Rise of Kingdoms right now, and is getting a boost. Commanders that probably didn't need boost, and they are. So make sure you spend your exhibit coins and your rally coins wisely, and you're gonna see why in just a couple of moments. There is a Civilization Explorer event. This is the reason why I was mentioning spend your exhibits and your relics wisely. In this event, which I believe it is a timely event, similar to the Last and Scrolls, because that's exactly what I said in the video as well, you can get it for free. So this is free to play friendly. As you can see, you don't need to spend anything, and you will be to unlock the first level, same as the Last and Scroll. But obviously, if you want to spend a buck, it says $10 over there, so most likely for me it's going to be £10 and different values for different countries. You will get a lot more relics and you will get a lot more exhibits. And this is the point where I say that be careful how you spend them, because you might wait too long to unlock some of your favorite commanders. So make sure you do the right investment and get the right commanders that you're really interested in boosting. This is where it shows a couple of the challenges that you can do, and again, it's going to be like a Last and Scroll type of event, so pretty sure it's going to be on a long term, like I was mentioning. Probably it's going to be on a month basis, same as the Last and Scroll. Now the fun part is that you will be able to do Last and Scroll and Civilization Explorer in the same time by just doing your daily stuff. And now here comes the two new Cavalry commanders and their skill reveal. So definitely there is a little bit to talk about it, but once they are officially released, I'll make more detailed video about these two commanders. Right now it's just a first look so we can have an idea what their skills will do. Now Bertrand is Cavalry, Conquering and Defense. That's pretty impressive. The first defense cavalry commander that we have, and he's also conquering. Now personally, I would have expected this commander to be Garrison. I don't see why they made him conquering with a defense talent tree. Is he going to be the counter for archers like Amanitor and Artemisia that we have right now, and is pretty much one of the most OP garrisons? Is that going to be a thing? Him being with the defense talent tree being first, or maybe the defense talent tree is just for the field. Imagine Bertrand with Takeda, right? Let's just put it like that. It's gonna be the super tanky version of Cavalry. I mean, we used to do Saladin and Takeda, which was very tanky, but Saladin has the support tree. Now we have defense tree. We have on his first kill, so when he's maxed out, you have 100% probability. It's something like Frederick, right? Frederick does the same. It does 800 over 3 seconds when it's expertise, and when it's not expertise, Frederick has the same problem. The probability is 80% on Frederick. Now on Bertrand, you only need to max his skill to 5, and then you get 100% probability, which means that it leaves room to small investment. But to be very honest, I already checked his skill, so I'm just going to tell you in advance. Bertrand is not the kind of commander that you can do small investments. He's the kind of commander that needs to be expertise if you really want to use him. 700 damage factor each second for 3 seconds, and then reduce the target rage by 20, and I believe it is per second, so that's a 60 rage reduction. It's pretty nice. There's a total of 2100 damage factor, but we all know, and personally I have a lot of experience with these small damage factors, not really happy about them. I'm gonna be quite honest with this part. But a couple of things that we can take in consideration: there is a lot of damage over time that can have an effect with this. For example, there is latent power, right? Something that Xiangyu has. So if you do like a Xiangyu and Bertrand, since Bertrand is conquering, then you have to put latent power as well on Xiangyu. So that way you can boost the primary skill for Bertrand. And then Xiangyu debuffs the target with defense. So I think it can be a very, very nice synergy with Xi and Bertrand, or maybe even Chandragupta and Bertrand, because Chandragupta has the skill talent tree, so he can get the latent power as well from the skill talent tree. So there's definitely synergies that can be made with this commander. This is like just the first review, but I like the fact that we get the first defense cavalry commander. His second skill gives cavalry attack, health plus 10% on both, and then you get march speed by 10% and damage taken reduced by 5%. But there is a problem. You only gain 10% march speed and 5% reduced damage from all sources if outside alliance territory. Now, is attack and health also restricted to that? Now, I believe that the attack and health will work at all times, and it's only the march speed and the damage taken reduction that will be restricted outside the alliance territory. Considering some of the older cavalry commanders, and I'm not saying too old, some of the other tiers of the legendary commander that we have, I believe that the stats are a little bit low, to be very honest. I believe that he should have a little bit more. He does have a 5% all damage taken reduction, which is huge, but still stats should have been a little bit higher. When attacking sitting or stronghold, so this is his conquering skill, troops led by this commander deal 10% increased damage. Now that is considered all damage, which means that it's also going to boost the skill damage. So Xi and Bertrand definitely have a synergy. And cavalry units led by this commander gain 1% damage boost for 15 seconds per 10 seconds in battle. This effect can stack up to 5 times. So when you reach 50 seconds after you're hitting a flag or a fortress, then you're at maximum potential of these commanders, because Xiangyu has stacks as well. So it's after a minute, you're at the maximum potential of these two commanders when you're rallying either a fortress or a flag or a pass. Now this makes the march a little bit more juicy. I'm not super happy about the healing factor though. That's why I said that on the field, Bertrand with Takeda has healing as well, so they will both just heal like crazy. That would be something spectacular to see, I would presume. Very interesting combination, to put it like that. But on a rally situation, I don't see how the healing factor will help in any situation. I do like the 20% cavalry defense, and then troops led by this commander gain a 10% chance to heal, 25 for 3 seconds. You do have to remember that Gilgamesh does a blood craving on a target, so if someone swarms you, Gilgamesh will just cause more damage to you because you're healing. We will see how that is going to play out, but still, the 20% defense bonus, that's very sweet for cavalry. And we have his expertise, and this is the reason why I was mentioning that this commander needs to be expertise if you really want to utilize him. Troops led by this commander take 5% reduced skill damage and deal skill damage to the attacker upon taking skill damage factor 500. Now, while this might be small, we have Moctezuma with a same effect. He has the same skill. When he's getting skill damage, he immediately does skill damage back, which means that it doesn't necessarily need to be when you're hitting a garrison or a flag, even when you're walking. Amanitor has the same effect. When she takes skill damage, even if she's walking, she automatically does the AoE effect that she can do. So this is a very nice thing that they are adding on this commander. For example, even when you're marching, or if someone is swarming you, or is just passing by and does an AoE and it hits you, you will do skill damage if the cooldown is up. So I really like Bertrand so far. I wish he would have had more attack and more health on his second skill. They could have definitely do a much better job on that. But overall, looks a really solid commander, but we have to test him first before we can tell more. Alexander Nevsky. In short, we're just gonna have to call him Nevsky because we already have Alexander the Great, so we can't say Alex. People will say, which Alex? So obviously, he will be Nevsky, which he looks very solid. Cavalry versatility and skill, same as Genghis. Genghis is cavalry versatility and skill. So it is the second commander that we have on the next update. Now, I can pleasantly say that I'm very surprised to see a 2300 direct damage factor, and then it has a troops defense decrease. So I believe that this commander was made purely for field fighting, to dominate on the field, but I'm pretty sure that he might be useful on rallies. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the skills, it does not show over here in this video, but I do have a picture which is very accurate, or as accurate as possible, but that picture is not official, so I'm gonna make sure to post it on the screen so you can see the rest of the skill of this commander as well. He has some very impressive skills. I do like Nevsky as well. He doesn't have a lot of defense though, but having an Edward version for cavalry, that is definitely something that I want to see. One good thing I can say about Nevsky is that he's gonna be similar to Saladin. As we all know, 5551 Saladin is a really solid commander and a solid investment in cavalry. Now that you can see on this picture, which again is not an official picture, you can see that as a 5551 Nevsky will be a very solid commander. So I can definitely say this: he will have a lot of utilities for field fighting. He will probably be one of the best field fighting commander, at least on the single target, right? So Cavs don't have AoE. This is probably one of the downfall of the Cavs. We have C, right? And probably there's one more Babers, but who use Babers that do AoE. Mostly Cavs are single target. If they are single target, they should definitely be very useful single target. So archers, be afraid, be very afraid. And this is what I was talking regarding Bertrand. As you can see on Nevsky, we get a different type of stats. We get 20% attack, 20% health, and march speed according to this picture. So Bertrand could definitely get a little bit more of those stats on his skill upgrades. Then Nevsky also has a skill damage bonus, which can definitely work very well with pretty much any other cavalry commander, including Xiang Yu. And then he gets cavalry defense and some damage bonus when the target is surrounded. And as a passive skills, its normal attack increase and also gains a 10% chance to increase the health of cavalry for 3 seconds. I really like Nevsky, and I hope that he will be able to bring down this archer meta that it is going on right now, or at least bring a balance, because it's really funny when you think about it that rallying Amanitor and Artemisia garrison, you barely, like, if you have the most best Cavs and the best reinforcements and the best everything, you can have even trades versus an archer garrison. Now, in my opinion, that is a little bit wrong. I mean, if you're doing an archer garrison and you're being rallied by Cavs with proper equipment and everything and proper rally commanders, talents, and you name it, you should definitely get more than just positive trades. And I have a strong belief that Nevsky or Bertrand, for that matter, will be one of those pairs that will help us overcome this. Maybe even Bertrand primary and Nevsky secondary. You never know, the defense tree might just be too defensive. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you like all these changes, because I'm super excited. Until next time, this is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.